Show.
What's going on, boys and girls?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Grandmas and grandpas.
Grandmas and grandpas.
Aunts
Live
and uncles.
from VNL, Ottawa. This is day 2 postgame. It is Wednesday, my dudes.
I knew that was coming.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
He
And,
told me last night he was going to do this.
I told you I was going to make a Wednesday joke. Here we are. It is. It's only day 2, and we're already getting a tiny bit loopy, which is a little bit
It's
of a
the
problem.
smoke, bro.
Dude,
it's
it
the
is.
smoke.
If you
It
guys haven't
really
seen
is.
the wildfires in Canada and that are the smoke is spreading even to the east coast of the U.S. Like it's a little wild out here,
Yeah.
and it's been an interesting time already so far. But there were 2 good matches today. We went live before these 2 games. Now it's time to break down these 2 games and preview the games going on in Japan. And I think we're going to preview tomorrow morning's game in Ottawa and do the show after that game and before the last 2 games. But we'll clarify that towards the end of the show. I think the right place to start is with my beloved United States men.
Yeah, we have to. We got to see USA for the first time live in person since being in this world.
I did.
Not as a pleb.
Yeah, like the only other times I'd seen the U.S. before, I was just like paying for tickets. I'm a fan, like a loser.
Bro, last time I paid for tickets was like 2006.
Must be nice.
Yeah, I won tickets to World League one year, and then after that, I just worked for Volleyball Canada and did media. So
Sweet.
that's my biggest trick in the book. It's just start your own media company. Like literally anyone can apply. Like someone
seriously.
asked, like literally anyone could go on the Volleyball World website and apply for like the next round anywhere and just be media.
It's easy, and like all you have to do is include a website URL, and if you have a YouTube channel, then it works, or even like an Instagram account.
Yeah, absolutely. Hell, if you want to do it, just put down Volleyball Source.
You probably could.
You have to make content for us for free, but we'll get you in there for free. If you do like give us like 2 Instagram clips, that we'll make that happen.
Sure.
But yeah, this is your first time watching Team USA in the flesh, and they absolutely dominated today.
They did.
It was a 3-donger. It was a
was.
quick in and out. We got a whole bunch of interviews that are already up on the YouTube. You talked to Spra, you talked to Micah Christensen, you talked to Eric Shoji, although I messed up the title and it says TJ DeFalco because you also talked to him. So
I did.
I'm 0 for 3 so far in posting perfectly without getting the names wrong.
Oops.
Yeah.
Well, at least we're pumping out these interviews, and Everett's getting them up real quick because we've kind of split up the responsibilities this week. I have all the equipment for live shows, and Everett has all the equipment for recorded content, like which is basically just our interviews and then the match footage that he got from the Brazil scrimmages, and that takes editing effort, which at Volleyball Source we do not particularly like to do. We don't like to edit things. We just like to do them live, and then they're just on YouTube, and then we're good.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Hell yeah. I don't know if we introduced ourselves either. My name's Rob Sinclair. This is Everett Delorme.
I mean, I hope if they're watching this, they know who we are.
They probably know. But as we continue to gain momentum on the YouTube channel, I think it's worth introducing ourselves. Anyway, let's talk about volleyball. Let's talk about the United States 3-donging the Netherlands, 25-19, 23-21. Decently convincing. Wasn't the most exciting game I've ever seen. It was just kind of a volleyball match where occasionally some stuff happened, and at the end of it, the United States was clearly the better team pretty much throughout.
Very much so.
I thought we did a good job of slowing down Namir Abdelaziz. I think that's a good place to start, even though his attacking numbers were pretty sick. 21 for 33, 45% efficiency. That's pretty sick.
That's not too bad at all.
24 points total in 3 sets. But I mean, that's Namir.
Seeing him live.
Oh, my God.
And I've seen him live before, but he was a setter. Seeing him live and the angles he's able to create. Like, I've never seen someone who's touching so high hit underneath the block with such efficiency. He goes underneath like no one else. His arm is so damn fast. He's so impressive live.
Never seen somebody out of the back row against 3 guys get the ball cleanly to the court so many times.
Oh, just
like normally that's
it.
a situation if you're out of the back row and against 3 guys, high hands.
Yeah.
You are never finding a clean angle to the court, apparently, unless you're Namir Abdelaziz. But I don't understand how he does this.
What surprises me the most is like from watching him like club season in and out, I've really like his ability to challenge the block is amongst the best.
Agreed.
His ability to chisel up high, and it's all that last motion, like his elbow motion is so strong. A lot like Lopez. They both get a lot of speed from their elbows, and he's just able to just chizzy it at that last moment and just really challenge the block with like being aggressive and with speed. But seeing him today, like he was just cutting and just going back and forth. Like, it was so impressive. He's just, it sucks that everything else around him is just very mediocre.
And I think that's a great segue to talk about the rest of the Netherlands,
Yeah.
because everywhere else they were pretty much invisible. I didn't think Wessel Kiemink was very good, their starting setter, so they brought in some kid, Sylvester Maes. Tall, young setter, who I had never seen before, and he certainly wasn't any worse, but he just wasn't very notable. None of their outsides passed very well. We saw 3 different outside characters. Wasn't impressed with any of them. They were a non-factor in the middle. It was really, I mean, we make fun of the Netherlands for being a one-man team.
Yeah.
But
they are.
But actually,
Namir had 24, and then the next highest guys is Plack and Van Garderen, who had 5 apiece. Right?
What more do you want us to say?
The Dutch
about them being
scored
one-man
41
team?
points. Namir scored more than half of them.
Way more than half of them.
So
like, come on.
Yeah, like it is very much the domination of Namir that really keeps this team alive, and it's too bad because I thought they were actually pretty good last year at like the World Championships and stuff like that.
They were, yeah. They won their pool. They had that crazy pool with Argentina and Iran. And
and somehow they won it.
They did. It was I don't remember the details. There was a lot of 5-setters and a lot of tiebreakers.
Yeah.
They also made the playoffs of VNL last year. They
did.
finished 8th.
Yeah.
So like the Netherlands are no joke.
Yeah.
And like I thought that last year their supporting cast was better than what we saw today.
Yeah. Benny Twinstra was awful. He
Not
was
good.
2 for 14 with a -7 efficiency.
Terrible.
Van Garderen was also bad, 4 for 14 with a -7 efficiency.
Bad.
Like it was just bad all around. It's funny who someone was in a car with so Stin Van Tilburg.
Right.
It looks
yeah.
like he had to go to the hospital like while he was here.
2
like,
days ago.
Like 2 days ago.
I talked to him. Yeah, Stan van Tilburg, the Hawaii
Steinvan,
guy,
yeah.
who should have been the other actual opposite on this roster, hurt his ankle. He said his words were, "It's pretty bad." And it was the same ankle that he said he hurt during the club season. So that sucks.
Yeah, but whoever was with them, one of their coaches was just like, "This will not be a good week for us."
Oh, you got to tell the Piazza story.
Oh, okay.
This is one of my favorite moments of the week so far.
We've been having like good interactions with players and coaches, just like little funny moments. So we're sitting there waiting, and we, especially in like games like this, we don't really like interviewing unless it's Canada US. We don't really like interviewing the losing team, right? So we're waiting for the American guys, and I'm standing by the camera, and it's just facing the backdrop in kind of the media zone, and all the players and coaches have to walk by, and if they come by and you're someone you want to interview, you just grab them. And so Piazza's walking through, and everyone knows how I feel about Piazza.
Stooge.
And he's just walking through, and he kind of like walks halfway through the mix zone, stops, looks at the camera, looks at me, I look at him, and just kind of give a no. And then he just goes, phew, and keeps walking. And I told him, I was like, hey, coach, but if you win, that's when we say, if we win, I do interview. I do all day or something like that. I can't really.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. Same thing like just now after the Brazil match, Winiarski walked by me with his head down like this. Like
Yeah,
he had no interest in being talked to. I'm like, yeah, don't worry, coach. I
also think I intimidated a little bit yesterday because I spoke really, really fast, and he only kind of answered my questions. On Tuesday, Monday, one of the days.
Probably Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
That was great. But I think we should talk about the USA. First,
Oh, really? You want to talk about USA?
Well, yeah.
Fucking shocker.
We started the show talking about the team that lost, that got 3-donged.
Yeah, exactly. Because we all know that you're about to gush about Team USA. First and fourmost, go check the new Volleyball Source Instagram, Volleyball Source 2.0. It has one clip, and it's a banger.
It is.
It might be the best clip I've ever done.
I was just about to plug that because we've been. I mean, if you're a follower of the 9x9 and of our channel, you're aware that. Our kind friends at Volleyball World deactivated the Volleyball Source Instagram account 2 or 3 months ago from a 2-year-old clip, which is absolutely insane. But as of this week, Everett has created the Volleyball Source 2.0 Instagram account, and today it had its first content, and it was an absolute bomb. If you watch the match, you know the play we're talking about. TJ to Falco down the line.
It's already going to be the hit of the VNL this year.
It was one of the best in-person swings I've ever seen.
Second best for me.
What was first?
First best was Tariq Sani at the 2019 U Sports National Championships in the semifinals between Alberta and Brandon. There was an overpass
I've
that
actually seen this.
Yeah,
clip.
you've absolutely seen this. He just mashed, and I don't know if it was an overpass. I think it was a set. No, it was a set. but there was no one there, and he crushed it, and it was the biggest in-game bounce. But that was TJ's was more impressive because there was a block, and he put it. It was a rosy Vegas line bounce.
It actually
it
was.
It was a rosy Vegas line bounce. That's exactly what it was.
I do not know how he found that shot.
No,
I
it was
don't know
unreal.
how he found it. There was a sliver of line, and I thought when he rotated on it, I'm like, okay, this is going out of bounds. But no,
or he's going for the block out.
Right, but he tattooed it right on the sideline, straight at the attack line. Ball hit the ground before any of the players. It was absolutely awesome. And the United States in general, it was so cool to be here with that team because they are having more fun than any team that we've seen so far. They are so loose. They are so chill. They are, even the coaches, like Spera is so like fun and conversational and casual and like
even at one point we're standing right over there with Wade Gerard of First Point Volleyball and now the new owner of Volleyball Mag. And like Wade and I, we're just chatting, talking away. And Spera's at the end of the coach, like trying to catch Wade's Wade's eye, like the game's going on. And Spera's like shooting him like riot looks, and we like exchange a nice little smile too. But he's chilling back there.
He's chilling.
He's won UCLA's won an NCAA championship.
And now he's good.
And now he's good to go. the pressure's off, and he's just ready to party.
Dude,
let's get him a Hawaiian shirt, just like Hawaii.
The vibe around Team USA is very, very fun. And the team looked great. And we talked to all the players. We've talked about their approach this week. A lot of veterans.
Yes.
And a lot of those veterans, just like Eric Shoji and Dave Smith, played Champions League a week and a half ago. And here they are. But they want to be here. They're excited to be here. They love the vibe in the USA gym. Spera called it like a family reunion.
Yeah.
And so I feel like a lot of guys in that situation would be like, I need 2-3 weeks off. Like, get me away from volleyball. Let me disconnect. But most of these guys, like, they wanted to get back in pretty much as soon as they could.
When you were talking to Micah and I was just chilling with Eric Shoji, and I was just like, so like, do you like being here? Do you want some time off? And he was just like, no. Like, me and David Smith are kind of both the same. That like we want to be around. Like last year it was just all right, but it was kind of torture to be watching and not being there. He's like,
see that.
He's like, one thing that did happen is that the USA sent D'Agostino home for this week because Matt Anderson looks like he will be available. His ankle is not 100%, but that's why he was suited up as the libero today. And they're trying to figure out that right side situation either between Ensing and Jake Haynes. Jake Haynes, by the way, did have a pretty.
He was good.
He did have a good game.
He was
today.
very good.
I don't want to hear any slander out of you.
Oh, 100%. I actually thought so. That was the starting lineup. It was pretty much the A team with the exceptions of Jeff Jendrick in the middle and Jake Haynes on the right side.
I mean, I think Jeff. We've had this discussion beforehand. I was like 3-0 in my predictions today. I thought that Jendrick was going to start in the middle. He did. I thought that Bruno was going to start for Brazil. He did. And I thought Brazil was going to win 3-0. So let's
3-1.
go.
And yeah, and we'll get to that. But Jendrick played, and Spera told me about the luxury that he feels that he has with 4 great middles that he can start interchangeably because our schedule is play, off, play.
Yeah.
So he said that he has a plan for the first 2 games, and then he'll take the day off to adjust and come up with a plan for the second 2 games. But yeah, so we should at least let people know about Matt Anderson, why he dressed at libero. Coming into this week, as I did on my USA preview show, the USA brought 15 guys. They brought 15 players this week, even though you're only allowed to name 14 to the roster, and they thought that Anderson was going to be the guy they left off. Because he's dealing with a bit of a right ankle issue. We saw it taped today. But once he got here, he felt better than they initially thought, and they decided that he was going to have a decent chance to play this weekend, the Saturday-Sunday games. So he dressed at libero today. I expect him to dress at libero tomorrow, and Jake Haynes played opposite today. I expect Kyle Ensing to play opposite tomorrow. Then the U.S. has a day off on Friday, and we'll probably see Anderson this weekend. But for that reason, Kyle D'Agostino was the one guy that traveled that didn't dress as the 14. And what we heard today is that, and we've seen some of the teams this week bring 15 guys and only name 14 to the roster, obviously. But that one guy is still around. He's as close to the bench as he can be. He's very much still with the team. But not in D'Agostino's case. They actually just bought him a plane ticket home.
Yeah, that's weird. I almost wonder if there's something behind that. I couldn't imagine what it would be, and I'm just the media trying to stir up the pot here. Where's Westbrook at? Come on. But it just seems odd.
Yeah.
A
little bit.
Why not just keep him around? Especially if you're trying to figure out the right sides and you want to send one of them home.
I don't think. I think the plan was to play all 3 right sides this week, but still, like you brought the guy. Just keep him there. Keep him there for practice Friday when you have a day off. Whatever. That was interesting. That's a situation with Anderson. But the guys that we saw today, I thought looked really good. 41% attack efficiency as a team, 6 aces, 8 blocks. Like all those numbers were good. We killed the Netherlands in the serve and pass battle, mostly because the Netherlands receivers were so bad. Bad. DeFalco had a sick 3 aces in a row run in the first set. Haynes got 2 in a row in the third set. Like the boys were serving pretty well with a decent amount of confidence.
They were hot.
Yeah, they were hot. I thought our block defense was good enough. Our side-out offense was good enough. Like all the veterans were saying that, like, oh yeah, this wasn't our best game. There's still work to be done. I'm looking at the score sheet. Like you just convincingly 3-donged a team with the best opposite in the world. Like your standards must be pretty high, but they are. I mean, this is USA Volleyball. Also, David Smith casually 8 for 9, 2 blocks.
He's so good, dude.
So good.
And you can tell you can tell he's so good too because of his intentionality. He does everything to the T. He does everything at 100%, and he makes decisions between what he's going to do so quickly. Like there doesn't seem to be, when you watch him, there doesn't seem to be any delay ever.
He was one very big step ahead of both the Netherlands middles.
Yes.
Every single situation.
Absolutely.
He was all the routes that Micah was running him on, he was so wide open.
Mm-hmm.
So open. I thought Micah set a great game.
Micah's
as
flawless,
He's
dude.
Unbelievable.
I've never seen a dude who's so comfortable with the ball. Maybe
Great to talk to him.
Maybe DeCecco, but like DeCecco's got nice hands, but Micah just knows what the ball's doing.
He's like, yeah.
I wonder if he's a Jedi
this.
and he's secretly using the Force to just make the ball do his bidding. Because I remember watching him as like a child when he captained the U.S. junior team when he was like 16 back in 2010, and just watching what he was doing, what he was doing with the ball in between points was the most entertaining. I was pretty slaughtered and had drank in the quite a bit in the parking lot before that match, but still I could definitely remember that.
Mike is awesome. This team is fun. I'm excited to see them play Italy tomorrow and take that childlike B team and 3-dong them.
That's gonna be a 3-donger.
100%.
Unless they just give more volume to Jake Haynes. He was like only 26% efficiency though.
Yeah, but he didn't get blocked. He hit 3 balls out of bounds. He wasn't I didn't think he was bad. He also played pretty good defense. He wore that ball from Namir.
Oh, I did
Dude,
get a good
Namir
clip on that.
turned on a ball 2-2. Haynes was at about the 10-foot line and got packed right in the
3-meter line for anyone outside of Freedom Land.
Units.
Yeah.
I thought Haynes was fine. He certainly didn't lose us the match or lose anything his spot. I thought he was fine.
You talked to Spraw after the game about kind of picking when to sit guys and when to rest them. I'm surprised they didn't rest more guys. Like I'm surprised we didn't see the third with Ma in. I'm surprised we didn't see.
We did see Cody Kessel in for Aaron Russell just a little bit, but
yeah.
I agree. I think we could have maybe gone a little bit more to the bench than that. I have a great feeling that tomorrow might be basically a platoon shift. I think it might be pretty much everyone else. I think, maybe one of the outsides. Like you can't put Mongatutia and Kessel out there at outside and expect to beat Italy, but I think one of them will probably play. I think you'll see Averill and Holt. I think you'll see Ensing. You'll obviously see Soji, but you might see Micah Ma'a start at setter.
I'd love that.
I would too.
I would absolutely love that.
So
it had a system.
So it had a system. So yeah, it was a nice day. It was a nice day to be an American fan. It was nice to meet the guys, talk to the guys, see them have fun and win a game comfortably. The TJ DeFalco clip, by the way, is up on Volleyball Source 2.0 on Instagram, but it's also up here on YouTube as a short. And
yes.
It's going to pop off, at least I hope, because that was among the dopest in-game bounces I've ever seen. It was so good.
It was phenomenal.
Oh.
It was phenomenal. Also fun too. In our interview, we showed it to him, and he was down,
yeah.
He was
We
down
showed
with
it to him on Everett's phone during the interview, which was great.
All right, Rob. Let's jump to the second game that we just watched. It was once again I was right, 3-1 for Brazil. Although it should have been a 3-donger. It really should have.
Arguably. So the first set, Germany was up
comfortably for a while.
Yeah, Germany looked pretty good in the first set.
They did.
And I was happy about my Germany 3-2 pick. I'm trying to scroll back to the beginning of the stat sheet. But Brazil turned it on late. They forced overtime. Okay, 21-19 it was at one point. Yeah, Germany was up by like 1.5 to 2 points, 22-20. Yeah, they were up 22-20, and then that's where they started to lose it in that first set. And then after that, Brazil took command in overtime on a Weber hitting error. They won the set and then did not look back. I mean, sets 2 and set 4 were not close at all.
No, not at all. And I mean, 16-12, that was the biggest lead Germany had, but still. Oh no, 18-14. Like they were up by 4.
You got to win sets at 18-14.
Absolutely. If you're the first one to 18, that's when you need to clamp down, and that's when kind of Brazil turned on the Jets and really went for it. You had a line earlier today that Brazil looks like Brazil. Right, and there's been so much
trash about
there's
them.
been so much talk about, especially after I posted that video of Brazil losing to Canada in that first match, and I just think that this team, they have a championship mentality, but also, and my other good prediction is that Bruno started, and he just oozes confidence, and you can tell it just permeates to the guys around him.
Dude,
it's very much like that Aaron Rodgers effect.
Almost caliber confidence. Almost. He was digging balls today. He played phenomenal defense and was like, as soon as he would dig balls, go back to the service line or whatever, he was like showboating, pointing to the ice in his veins.
Yeah,
like,
ice in my veins.
Come on, he was ice cold, and yeah, that confidence, the way that he engineered that offense in transition was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Yeah, when we talked about yesterday, we were talking about artists and like scientists. He's a mix of both.
Yeah, he
more
knows right in the middle.
He knows the game so well, but he's just got his pulse. He's got his finger on the pulse.
I mean, listen to some of these numbers. Lucarelli, 16 for 23, 57% efficiency.
Dang.
Alan Souza, 18 for 30, 53% efficiency.
I was just looking at Lucarelli's thighs, dude.
Oh, his thighs are ridiculous, almost Ronaldo caliber. Otavio, 7 for 10, 70% efficiency. The only guy that wasn't good was Adriano, which we expected, but that's okay. I also thought that Germany's serving strategy wasn't good enough. You do not want to serve Mikey, who started at libero, and you do not want to serve Lucarelli. No. And Adriano had the least number of passing attempts. I thought they
really should have gone off Adriano, and they didn't. Overall, I was very meh on Germany.
Why did Crick start?
I don't know. I absolutely don't know. Maybe throw him out there, give him a chance. He was 2 for 5 offensively. He did get 1 block, 2 errors.
He was invisible.
He was invisible. I much prefer Lucas Massa, who's a big human. We were going outside, going to grab some food in between the games, and we almost ran into him. And he's a big human.
Who, Crick or Massa?
Massa.
He's massive.
He's like, my goodness. If he's running, like if he was to put on football pads and like be a tight end, oh.
Yeah, we did see Massa come in midway through the second set, and I mean, he's better than Crick, so that's clearly the move there. I think that Germany's hole at libero is about to be kind of significant. I mean, we saw Ruben Schott suit up at libero. He's not a libero. They miss Zenger. I do not know what Zenger's deal is. If anyone in the chat or in the Discord knows, let us know why Julian Zenger isn't on this roster. I liked Kampa. I like Anton Brema. You got a couple ace serve clips of his.
Oh yeah, both of his aces. I got. He had 3.
Yeah, I guess he had 3.
Wow.
So, but I mean,
and Kampa is like the coolest dude on the court.
Kampa's cool.
That he just oozes confidence, man. That dude is just like, that dude gets women.
Yeah, he does.
That dude just is one of those guys who wears a black T-shirt to the bar and posts up, and they just flock.
I know exactly. I mean, we've all been there. We've all seen it.
Yeah, usually with me.
Oh, of course. Moritz Reichert on the outside, good for Germany.
I like him.
Eric Rohrs, not good at all. 4 for 17, 3 errors, 6% efficiency.
I was hoping for more for him.
Me too.
We've watched him play with Duran, and he looks pretty good for them. Was very below average here. Very 24% hitting is not good. 6% efficiency is bad.
No,
is bad. So they're gonna definitely need Ruben Schott back on the left side.
Yeah,
but he must be injured.
No, I just think they literally don't have a libero. Like this Graven kid who like played the
is that the
defendero position. Yeah, he wears 6. He's tiny. Like he was the defensive libero and Schott was the passing libero, and I wasn't impressed with either of them. So Germany's got to figure it out. I think they
Figure it out.
If they're in system, their offense is just fine. Like they have 3 really good weapons in both middles and the opposite, and I think Reichert's good. But second outside, and then just the longer a rally goes, the less faith I have in Germany, and the more faith I have in Brazil.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of long rallies tonight, like a couple that we got clips of that were really good, and every one of them, I swear, Brazil won every one of those long rallies.
Especially at the end of the game.
Exactly.
Especially towards the end of the game. I mean, that last set was an absolute slapping. Was it 14? Maybe 15? It was an absolute slapping, and we were just waiting for it to end at that point.
Like, let's get out of here. Let's do some interviews. Let's do the show. Let's go home. Like everybody knew it was over.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I think
Tutto finito.
I think the moral of the story is even with questionable starting level talent, maybe Brazil is Brazil. Brazil's culture, Brazil's systems.
Es Brazil.
It's Brazil. Brazil is Brazil.
Brazil.
And we, even though I don't think they're gonna win this tournament, maybe, but they'll still probably beat everybody ranked below them. I don't see another random China upset like last year.
Maybe Japan.
Japan could maybe beat them.
I think Japan might have
another team that is really good in long rallies.
You know, and like that's where, because right now without some of those big stars for Brazil, I think they're just missing that overall superpowers, and they could get toppled over by Japan.
Lucarelli and Allen today were pretty close. Germany just did not have an answer for those two guys.
Yeah, but Germany isn't Japan.
Agreed. Yeah, different system team, different style.
Maybe Slovenia could make things interesting. Maybe.
Teams ranked below.
They're going to lose to Canada for sure.
I'm excited to see the United States play Brazil on Sunday. Those teams will have 3 matches under their belt. That'll
be the banger.
That'll be a really good one.
That'll be a good one. Then we have to watch Canada beat up in Germany after that,
which I'm looking forward to. So I think that's kind of about it for that game. I think what we should do is there's actually a game starting in 7 minutes.
Ooh, 7 minutes.
Amazing. So we're going to go have some beers and watch that one at home. Slovenia taking on Bulgaria over in Nagoya, Japan, on what I guess for them is probably Thursday lunchtime. Who knows? Then Serbia taking on China. I think both of those should be 3 dongs. Do you agree?
Yeah, Serbia. Actually, I don't know. Serbia doesn't look fantastic to me. China kind of surprised me.
I've got 3 dong.
I think, you know what? I'm going to call China upset.
Real? Oh my God.
Why not? Let's make things spicy.
Okay.
China upset.
I'm going to call China upset. That is a take. I think that both will be 3 dongs. I think Slovenia will 3 dong Bulgaria. I think that Serbia will 3 dong China. Then Slamvenia. Oh, then we get the rivalry game. We get Poland versus Iran.
Yeah, you're gonna wake up for that?
No, it's at 5 a.m. But it's in without the usual characters that have been a part of that rivalry in the past. Kubiak. Still should be.
Matthias Elser.
Still should be a fun game. Then tomorrow morning here in Ottawa, 11 a.m. local, the Netherlands versus Cuba.
Kids game, let's go.
And it is a kids game. They're going to get all the school kids from town and bring them in and pack the stands, which they did last year.
Town. This is a city, bro. There's 1 million people here. Show some respect.
Town compared to my home city. Anyway, what I think we're going to do is we're not going to do the pregame show before the Netherlands-Cuba game.
No, that's too early.
I think we're going to do it after, and it'll help us because there's a decent break between that. Like it goes from 11 a.m. to 4:30.
Yeah.
For the USA-Italy game, I think that's a good break, and it'll help us find space where the music isn't going in the background for the pregame show.
Ooh, yeah, that's key. And then we're gonna head over to local, have some early beers,
absolutely,
and have some lunch.
So 11 a.m. tomorrow, we might as well preview Netherlands versus Cuba. Nimir against basically 3 Nimir juniors.
I got Cuba in this.
Really?
Yeah. We saw today that Netherlands can't pass.
Netherlands is going to get... what's the over-under 10.5 aces for Cuba?
Over.
I could easily see
because this game's going to go long, too, because Cuba's going to make stupid mistakes.
Great point.
So Cuba's going to make stupid mistakes, and they're going to eat the Netherlands alive from the baseline.
Nimir's going to be hitting a lot of out-of-system balls.
Nimir's going to be hitting a lot of out-of-system balls, but he's going to have 30-plus points.
Oh, sure.
30-plus points.
Yeah, easily the over on 29.5 points for Namir. Easily the over on 10.5 ace serves for Cuba as a team. Can Cuba contain their errors? Aussie Tragic? No, because they're Cuba, but they might still win anyway. And that's like I think what we've learned so far is that you are who we thought you were.
Yeah, and we let them off the hook.
Cuba is Cuba. Brazil is Brazil. The United States is the United States. Like
and Canada is back to being Canada, baby. Let's go.
Canada is better than the Canada of last year for sure. But like these teams that have identities, and even with slightly different casts of characters, those identities really do. They really do carry over year to year.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't pronounce your name clearly, but wait that conclusion until China versus Canada. I'm guessing he's talking to me. Hey.
Yeah, because that's the last match of the tournament.
Just you guys go beat Denmark first. Figure that out first. Okay? You know what this is. You guys got 3-donged by a team who lost to Denmark. Okay? So we don't want any of that. Like just you don't want this smoke, bro.
There's levels to this.
You do not want this smoke. But yeah, absolutely. I really think that Cuba's going to beat up on the Dutch, and then the Dutch are going to find some gusto in Cuban errors. But yeah, like I said, Namir's going to score 30 plus. Cuba's going to get like 13 or 14 aces. Lopez will have a few. Herrero will have a few.
Sure.
And it's going to be
like Concepcion could have a few.
Oh yeah. Oh, Concepcion is going to eat up Plaque and the other. And
Plaque and
I was impressed by Plaque today.
Wiltenberg is the other kid. He was the fourth middle on Zox this year.
Yeah. I saw him and David Smith having a moment. They were hanging out for real quick. I was impressed by Plaque. I thought he was probably their best player other than Namir.
Sure, that's a low bar. Thought Indringa, their libero.
It is fine. A little bar, but he's also small.
Yeah, he is kind of small.
He's small. Yeah. So,
just wasn't that impressed by the Netherlands other than Namir, and it's so can Namir alone? Can he stay hot enough to capitalize on Cuba being Cuba in a bad way to maybe win 3 sets? Honestly, I don't think so. I've kind of got Cuba 3-1.
Oh wait, Turkey lost to Macedonia.
Turkey lost to Macedonia in Golden League or whatever European tournament that is. That's embarrassing. Oh, you just gave Everett so much fuel.
Oh my goodness! Come at me, Burkai. Where you at, bro?
This is Everett picking fights with teams that aren't even in VNL, and
yeah,
here I am casually.
Because last year the one team that was chirping us the most that was in VNL, we beat you, Ronnie. We need that montage.
Yeah. I took a bunch of videos yesterday during the Canada-Cuba game of Everett's reactions after plays, and there was a whole lot of, quote, F you, Ronnie Cuban Spike.
Absolutely. We also got that from a person who will remain nameless, but let's just say that they are tightly close, very close to the Maple Volleys, who came over to us after set 2. And are a part of the Discord and said, F you, Ronnie Cuban Spike.
Yeah, so it's actually...
She's very beloved to us.
She is indeed. And so we are not only the only 2 people talking trash about Ronnie Cuban Spike. Again, Ronnie's a good sport. I honestly think that Cuba has a great chance tomorrow.
Huge chance, yeah.
And we will be back tomorrow, probably, say maybe like 2:30 local, 2 p.m. or 2:30 local here. Yeah. We'll figure it out. We'll let you know in the Discord when we're going live for tomorrow's like pregame show of sorts. But
2:30. That's no.
Yeah, that's 2 in the middle.
Two at the latest.
Yeah, we'll probably do it like right as soon as we can after.
Because if that game goes 5, it'll end at 1:30.
Yeah, so we'll do it as soon as we can after Netherlands versus Cuba ends. And we'll let you know in the Discord. So join the Volleyball Source Discord. Links in the description. Follow Volleyball Source 2.0 on Instagram.
Follow Volleyball Source 2.0 on Instagram. And now we're the 2.0 generation fully on YouTube.
We have fully turned over after one round of copyright destruction. We are back. We refuse to die. We refuse to be beaten down by the man that is Volleyball World and all this stupid stuff.
Apparently Turkey lost to Romania, but still
funny.
Macedonia, Romania, any of those EAs.
Still funny.
Yeah. Alexander the Great beating you in volleyball.
European countries. Yeah, still funny if Turkey is losing to them. I think that's about it. The United States looked good. Brazil looked good. The better teams won tonight. And there will be 4 matches that we'll have to catch up on tomorrow at the pregame show.
We need to turn on the CEV right now because basically we're seeing that Macedonia beat Belgium and Romania beat Turkey.
Dude,
who's going to go to the Volleyball Challenger Cup?
Who cares?
Who
cares? I only have so much bandwidth in my life, and following the CEV Golden League is not within it. I'm not going to bother. I'm not even going to look at the scores. Figure it out. Be a real team. Get to VNL, and then I can pay attention to you.
Yeah, Ronnie.
He did. They got to VNL.
Yeah, but they're 0-1 so far. So
we'll see if Cuba picks up their first win tomorrow. What are your picks overnight? I've got Slovenia 3-0, Serbia 3-0, Poland 3-1 over Iran, and then Cuba 3-1 over the Netherlands.
Who's playing again?
Here.
Oh wait, here I've got it here. Yeah, Slovenia 3-0 over Bulgaria for sure. I'm going China 3-2.
That's crazy.
China 3-2.
Crazy talk.
Poland over Iran.
What score?
3-1. 3-1.
Okay, we're on
And
the same page
then
there.
Cuba versus the Netherlands in 5.
Okay.
3-2.
Okay. Yeah, I said Cuba 3-1. We'll see. Got plenty of matches to catch up on in the morning. Bulgaria versus Slovenia, first serve, literally right now. So we're going to get out of here. We're going to walk home, have some beers, maybe turn that game on in the background.
We're not walking. We have the car.
Oh, I forgot. Fantastic.
We have to pay for parking, but
we can drive home. Oh, yeah, dang it.
Yeah, we didn't get.
We're the only ones here.
We're the only ones here.
This is pretty standard. Yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
There's one dude over there.
Enjoy the matches overnight.
We don't know who he is, though.
Enjoy Netherlands versus Cuba tomorrow from Ottawa. We will come live for the latest right after that. See you in the Discord, and let us know. Comment after the video. Let us know if there's anything else you want to see, because we've got we've spent some time recording some other videos. We did that draft yesterday. We actually did another draft today that'll come out at a later time. So we're doing a lot of stuff. Let us know in the comments after the video if there's anything you want to see. Join the Discord. We'll see you there.
Real quick, howdy, misters. What do you mean by what's happening with the Final Four and Mexico? Can
Who
you
cares?
write that? I want to know. Just write that in the comments once we're done this, because we're about to finish it, and I will get back to you later on that. I want to know.
Okay.
It sounds like some tea.
That's what we do here in the media. All right. See you, people. Have a good night. We'll
Peace.
see you tomorrow after Cuba maybe picks up a win.
Okay, sounds good.
Nice one.